Can you build it without needing to be the center of it? I was 3 days into a trip with my kids, actual vacation, phone down, present in my body kind of trip. When my phone buzzed, a patient situation, nothing dangerous, but complicated enough that my team wasn't sure what to do without me. So I did what I always do. I stepped outside the pool area, phone pressed to my ear, sunscreen still wet on my arms, and I solved it. 10 minutes, easy. My kids waved at me through the glass door waiting. And here's the part that actually bothered me. It wasn't the 10 minutes. It was how automatic it felt. Nobody paused. Nobody thought, let's figure this out ourselves. The pattern was already built. Something happens, call Ava. And I had built that pattern. 1, it's fine, I'll just do it at a time for years. That night after the kids fell asleep, I kept coming back to one question. What would actually happen if I disappeared from my practice for 30 days? Not permanently. I'm fine, I'm coming back, but for 30 days, I'm unavailable. Can't answer the text, can't jump into the treatment room, can't say, it's fine, I'll just do it. Do patients still get excellent care? Does my team know what they're allowed to decide? Can someone else handle the hard conversation? Does the schedule run? Or does it all just pile up waiting for me? I think the answer tells us something important. It tells us whether we've built a practice or built a practice around ourselves. Welcome to Behind the Healing Table, where we have the conversations I wish someone had with me earlier about business, leadership, burnout, and building a practice that supports your life instead of consuming it. This month, we've been talking about the healer's ego, not arrogance, but identity. The identity of being the one who knows, the one patients want, the one everyone trusts. It feels meaningful. It can also quietly become the architecture of your business until everyone needs you, everything runs through you, and nothing important happens without you. Validating until you're exhausted. We say we want freedom. Practitioners tell me all the time, I don't want everything depending on me. Then someone asks a question and we answer it. Someone decides differently than we would and we correct it. Someone tries to solve a problem, but we jump in because we're faster. We want freedom, but we keep practicing indispensability. Then we wonder why the business won't release us. Sometimes the business isn't holding on to you. You've designed it to need you. That's different. But I'm the owner. Absolutely. Your business should need leadership. Your team should have accountability. Your standards matter. This isn't an argument for disconnecting. There's a real difference between letting go of control and letting go of responsibility. I'm interested in intentional leadership. The question isn't, how do I make the business stop needing me? It's, where should the business need me now? Because that answer should evolve. Your role should change as the business changes. When you first opened, the business genuinely needed you everywhere. The phone, the treatment room, the billing, the social posts. That's normal when there's no one else. But then you grow, you hire, you add practitioners, you build systems. And sometimes we keep operating like we're still the only person there. That's where growth becomes exhausting. The organization changed, but our identity didn't. You can't lead a 10-person team the way you led a team of 2. Control can look like high standards. Maybe you really do have high standards. Good. Healthcare should. But high standards don't require your personal involvement in every task. A standard should be something another capable person can learn, follow, and protect. If it can only exist through you, it isn't a standard yet. It's a preference living in your head. Leadership means making the invisible visible. What does excellent care look like here? What decisions can people make on their own? When should something come to me? What's non-negotiable and where is there room for judgment? Stop evolving every problem. This one was hard for me because solving problems feels productive. Something happens, I know the answer. Why wouldn't I just fix it? Because my immediate solution creates long-term dependence. So problem goes to Ava. Ava goes to solution. Every time builds a pattern. What if it became problem to think, to use the system, to decide, to learn instead? That's slower today, but it's better in 6 months. Leadership means being willing to invest in the 6-month result. And this took me a long time to learn this lesson and a lot of good people. But let people become leaders beyond delegation. You need people who notice problems before you do, who can decide, who can understand the mission well enough to protect it when you're not in the room. That's where the ego gets tested, because a strong leader on your team won't always need your opinion. They may have a better idea. That's not evidence you're becoming irrelevant, by the way. It's evidence you developed leadership. What if they don't need me? That's the real question underneath all of this. And I think the answer is maybe they shouldn't need the old version of you anymore. Maybe they shouldn't need you approving what they're fully capable of deciding. But your value doesn't disappear, it evolves. Maybe they need you thinking about where the organization is going, mentoring, protecting culture, developing leaders, doing the work only you can do. That's the difference between being needed everywhere and being valuable where it matters. Freedom is built before you leave. A vacation isn't freedom if you're on the phone by the pool the whole time. Trust me, I've lived that one a few times now. Freedom is built by what you do before you leave. The teaching, the systems, the expectations, the authority you actually hand over, the decisions you stop keeping in your own head, stewardship instead of indispensability. Because indispensability asks, how much does this need me? Stewardship asks, what does this need from me? One centers your importance. The other centers the thing you're building. This month, your gift becoming your ceiling, the fear of training your replacement, what I know for sure after years behind the healing table, and moving from healer to legacy builder. Now we're here. Can you let something become bigger than you? Not just intellectually, emotionally. Can someone else be trusted with the answer? Can the business have a great day without you? Can you feel that as evidence of success, not evidence that you're becoming less important? So here's what I want you to sit with. If you stepped away for 30 days, what would struggle without you? Don't judge the answer, study it. It's showing you exactly what needs a system, what needs teaching, what decision you haven't released yet. That's not becoming unnecessary. That's becoming intentional. Remember, there is a patient for every practitioner. So don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below. How would your practice do if you stepped away for 30 days? Is there one thing you can delegate this week? And until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building a practice that supports you as much as you support your patients.